The Blue Water Chamber of Commerce hosts a variety of networking events, connecting their members with leads, referrals, and people they can do business with. See what's happening at the Chamber and how they can help your business grow at bluewaterchamber.com.
All right, 7:40 on this Wednesday morning. This is a first. I guess it was inevitable that eventually I would run across somebody named Paul Miller in this world to talk to here on the morning show. Paul Miller is the president of the Presbyterian Villages of Michigan Foundation, and he's on the line with us right now. Paul Miller, good morning.
Good morning, Paul Miller. Greetings from Southfield, Michigan. You sound fantastic.
Well, you sound good yourself. I would have wanted to have you on regardless of what you do, just based on the fact that it's Paul Miller interviewing Paul Miller. But the novelty aside, this is worth talking about because the village of Lake Huron Woods in Fort Gratiot is going to be expanding. Tell us a little bit more about this project.
Well, thank you, Paul, for having me on. And, you know, I heard that Tiger score 4-3 loss, so this is going to be a more positive conversation for your listeners.
Good.
It's just amazing when three nonprofits can get together to do amazing things. And Presbyterian villages, senior housing all over Michigan, the village of Lake Huron Woods has been a little gem over on Lake Shore Road for about 20 years, and it's about time to expand it. And the other nonprofits that are involved in this is the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging and also the Port Huron Housing Commission, where Jim Dewey, I don't know, Paul, if you're familiar with Jim Dewey or not, he's the executive director of the Port Huron Housing Commission, is the chair of the steering committee to bring Lake Huron Woods and the Port Huron community an additional 400 older adults will be served. So right now, Paul, you know, the issue that's happening is when you look at truly affordable health care and housing for older adults, and I use the word truly as the key word, and if you go looking for it, you're going to find 2-year waiting lists throughout majority of the communities in Michigan. And if you have enough money, there's options. But if you are low income to moderate income, it's tough. I was just dealing with an individual that a family friend needed care, needed housing, and was faced with a 2.5-year waiting list. So a couple of years ago, we got together with this group and said, we need to do something about it. And we have a $38 million project that's coming to Fort Gratiot, again, to serve 400 older adults. And one of the catches is we need to raise $3.8 million of philanthropy, Paul.
Right.
Good news is we've raised $2 million so far. So that's what's happening. And we also have a project called Programs for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly, and it's an acronym of PACE. And that has already been built. So it's already on the campus, and your listeners might be saying, well, what is PACE? Well, that is if you are nursing home eligible and you want to live at home. And Paul, I don't know about you, but are you looking forward to moving into a nursing home?
No, that is at the bottom of my list of things to do. I mean, we know that that's inevitable for a lot of us, but boy, don't a lot of people really want to stay home if they don't have to move into a nursing home.
Exactly. And, you know, the nursing homes, you know, they're valuable. My grandmother was in one. You know, she lived a good life. But if you ask people, they want to live at home as long as they can. So right on Lake Huron Woods is Sunrise PACE that's up and running. And if there is a listener that is looking for a skilled care but be able to stay at home, get bussed in for a few days and receive all the care you want right on the campus, that is the first phase of the evolution of the new Lake Huron Woods. The remaining are building independent living and assisted living right on that campus that's truly affordable. And the call to action is that truly affordable thing I keep referencing is it is at a price point that people can afford. Because, I mean, there's a sticker shock when you're out shopping. So we're going to raise $3.8 million, and people want to learn more. they can go to pvmf.org or pvm.org. Paul Victor Mary, pvm.org. And great things are going to happen.
Sunrise Pacey is a beautiful facility. I had a chance to tour that a few months ago and see it. What a great concept for those people that don't quite need to be in a nursing home, because there are a lot of people that are in nursing homes that don't necessarily need to be there.
Exactly. And they can stay in a setting that they're comfortable with. They can stay with loved ones. And then if you're the caregiver, so Paul, I don't know if you've been a caregiver in your life or maybe a family or a friend that has cared for someone older. Have you been a caregiver, Paul?
So part of a caregiving team, I guess I would say, for my wife's parents. Sure.
So you know the strain that you have, and it's and your wife probably has a lot of mental anguish that she has to live her life, but then also care for someone. So just think about having 5-6 hours out of your day where your loved one is there getting all the care that they need, friendship, fellowship, and being able to just have that as, I guess they call it, respite. You know, it is immense. And as employers that are probably driving to work right now, there's probably individuals that are saying, I just can't make it in on time. I have to take the day off because of X, Y, and Z. What this PACE program does is really allow people to have their life back to some degree, but also have the dignity of caring for someone that they love.
Yeah, this is there are so many people in need of this affordable quality care right now. This is all part of I remember hearing the term silver tsunami probably 15 years ago. It's the baby boom generation, and they said, "Oh, we're going to need more, more assisted living centers and more health care, and the workforce is going to be depleted." All these things have come to pass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I also think, Paul, to some degree, when we think of older adults, we think of them being an expense. But I would say the business owners that are driving in, a lot of their customers are older adults. They have a lot of them do have discretionary income. They're the ones that are staying in the communities, while a lot of younger folks, my daughter lives in Nashville now, she's out of this region. So we want to keep our resources, which is our older adults, in the communities, and not saying, I can't find quality housing that I can afford in the Port Huron area. I guess I'll move, you fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
But also what this does, Paul, is creating jobs, good quality healthcare jobs. Just in this project alone, there are 100 jobs that are already here in Fort Gratiot or that are coming. And these are jobs, 50% of them, that you can raise a family on and call this your home. And I think it's very important. It gets lost in when you look at the healthcare costs and you hear local politicians or national politicians talk about trying to balance the budget with Medicaid and Medicare. It becomes more of an expense, and this is really an investment.
Yeah. The fundraising is underway. What's your timetable, Paul, for the campaign?
Well, if you ask my colleagues, sooner than later, but I would say within the next 12 to 18 months is to have the fundraising wrapped up. Some of the construction will be starting, certain portions of it, but in a perfect world, sooner than later, but the reality is probably 18 months or so max.
And again, people that want to help out, where can they go? What's the website?
2 websites. I would go to PVMF if you are looking for housing and you're looking for questions. Also on the fundraising campaign, go to pvmf.org. Again, pvmf.org. And we're calling this the Campaign for the Ages, Paul. So we're kind of playing off of that, but it's Campaign for the Ages, Lake Huron Woods. And I just think the community is just going to be just so proud of this addition. And harken back to our history, which is 20 years ago when Lake Huron Woods was built, it was really lifted up by kind individuals from the local Presbyterian churches that said we need to have it. And this is just carrying on that legacy.
Well, good luck with the campaign. Keep us posted, and we'll look for an excuse to have you back on again as as it warrants. Paul Miller, it was nice talking to you.
Well, hopefully, Paul, you'll have me on, kind of like when Johnny Carson would invite the comics back to sit at the seat when they were really good. So maybe I've hit I've cleared that hurdle, but I would love to continue conversations about the good things that these nonprofits are doing, and hopefully we can talk about maybe the Tigers having a win.
I hope so, yeah. I hope so sooner rather than later. Paul, thanks so much for your time, and again, good luck on the expansion project.
Paul Miller, great job. Take care.
Thanks, Paul. Bye-bye.
Take care.